Do you think the spine would be...
Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. I want to do a little warning here up front. In this video, I do shoot a giraffe. If you don't want to see that, don't watch the video. If you came here to yell at me for shooting a giraffe, if you wouldn't mind, give me 90 seconds to explain why I decided, after some consideration, to do it. First, this wasn't on my list. It wasn't on my list for this Africa trip or ever. Those big animals like elephants and stuff, I didn't foresee ever having any desire to hunt. And it came as a surprise. The owner of this giant ranch property called the guy that we were with, the professional hunter we were with, Johan Petzer of Johan Petzer Safaris, and said that a giraffe got onto his property and was starting to do a bunch of damage. It was also starting to get really aggressive toward the other giraffes. Now, I knew this is how elephant hunting happens for people who want to do that. They are basically only hunting old bull elephants after they are so old that they can no longer reproduce. Once the elephants and giraffes, as it turns out, get past viable mating age, they get really angry. And not only do they start breaking things like fences and water lines for the neighboring village, which was the case at this ranch, but they start actually killing the young elephants or giraffes, especially the young males, but they can start killing the females as well. So in all of the situations where people want to increase the population of their herds of elephant or giraffe or whatever, they have to cull the old bulls in order to protect the rest of the herd. Those old bulls are A, too old to reproduce, and B, they actually start killing other giraffes. So if you don't remove them, your population goes down. So this guy called my professional hunter, and said, do you have anyone who would be willing to shoot this giraffe? And initially I said no. It wasn't on my list, but two factors made me change my mind. And one was that I learned what I just told you about how increasing the population is achieved by removing exactly this giraffe that was in this scenario. The owner of the property also said that whether our guy had someone who wanted to come hunt it or not, they were going to kill it within the next couple of days because it was getting out of control. And the other factor that influenced my decision is, as we drove around South Africa, the giraffe are everywhere. They are like cows, very much like cows here in Texas. Not only are they just roaming around and on people's properties and ranches like people have longhorns here in Texas, but the giraffes are not like elephants in terms of intelligence and bonds with family members and that sort of thing. They are the equivalent of a cow mentally and emotionally and whatever, and they're just a larger version of it. So there are 100,000+ that are on private property roaming around in herds like you would have pet cows. So I felt I didn't feel any conflict morally or emotionally with shooting a giraffe like you might with an elephant. They are a different type of a creature. And this farm, as with all of them, all the meat gets donated to the local village. In this case, it went to a school and a village. And a lot of these property owners actually support almost entirely the neighboring school or village or whatever the case is. So all of this meat, with the exception of a small amount that the property owner kept for eating himself, was donated. I mulled it over. I thought about it for 24 hours. I was very much leaning towards no, and decided to do it after all. And so this video is that hunt, which was extremely difficult. It took hours and hours. It was not going well. Giraffe are notoriously extremely difficult to kill, and that is certainly what I experienced. I got very dejected. I was really bummed out and psyching myself out after the first few hours. It was a lot. The end came together quickly, and that was really exciting and great at the end. And I did not come out of this exactly the same person as I was when I went into it. It was a real challenge, and it was quite the experience. So I've left some of the walking after the giraffes and looking at them in the video, just to give a little bit of that experience. Obviously, it's not a 4-hour long video, which it would be if it was not cut. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and to all those animal lovers, I hope you can understand that side of it, which is that in order to increase the population, you have to remove these old animals because they do cause such a big problem. So it is in the name of conservation that this animal came up for hunting in the first place, and that is the reason why we went ahead and did it. All right, y'all, here we are. We are on the property, on the farm where this giraffe has gotten onto and is causing problems and doing damage, and all goes to plan. We're gonna do a little damage to the giraffe, and see if my nerves can hold. I don't know, I've never looked at a giraffe through a scope before, and I gotta tell you, you get here, and it seems to scale a little bit with the animal. Bigger, more special or whatever, and you get at that, whew, heart really starts going. So I'm gonna try to woosah and Hakuna Matata and, man, see if we can make it happen. We're scanning from this ridgeline, and we found the giraffes. There we go.
Just look at the specific one that you're looking for, and then you'll develop a plan.
Not only are these animals incredibly tall, obviously, but they have exceptional hearing and great eyesight. There was never a time when they didn't know where we were. No matter how we snuck up, they knew, and they looked at us the whole time. One of the things that made this hunt difficult is that we wanted to take the giraffe with a 400 grain subsonic 375 Raptor, and because it's a subsonic, we wanted to hit a specific spot on the giraffe's head, which is actually a very small target. I wanted 100 yards on the giraffe because that's the gun was sighted in for. Literally 85 yards would not be as good as 100 yards with those subs and how they drop and the small target on the giraffe's head. We tried for a while to get a 100-yard shot. After watching the giraffe for a while, we figured that he had a pattern. He would look at us and then look straight, and then look at us and then look straight, and it was really consistent. So we decided I would hold in the right spot, and the next time he swung his head to look straight, I would fire and hit him in the head where we needed to.
102 yards.
There's nothing worse for making a clean shot than staring at the shot for 5 minutes, pressure on the trigger, waiting, and overthinking it. And in this case, he swung all the way through, and that bullet went Donald Trump style right along his head. Every other time he paused looking forward. This time he did not. He swung straight through.
That completely misses that.
In the slow-mo to come, you can actually see the bullet flying, and then you can see it hit the bushes behind the giraffe. This is later now. We've hiked, and we've caught back up to the giraffes. This is attempt number 2, going for the same shot.
Fucking shit, I pulled that one. God damn it. That was my fault.
This is a different camera angle of the exact same shot where, I pulled it like 6 inches left instead of getting the temple. I hit him right in the forehead and it bounced off. He did not notice. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Fucking shit, I pulled that one. God damn it. That was my fault. Oh, fuck.
Those bullets travel through 38, 40 inches of Texas wild hog bones. They bounce off that giraffe's forehead like nothing.
It's okay. Fuck that one up.
It's alright, he's right here. He's still right here. Let's just... They can just disappear and you have to, find something.
At this point, we switched to the 270 grain supersonic rounds. I'm comfortable at all distances with those. We're like, screw it, we're taking this thing down.
Take a shot? Yes. That was 2 hits. You? Even you? Guys, hello. What?
Well, y'all, it's one giraffe. God, they're big. It takes everything I have to lift his head up just a bit. It was a big animal. Did not go down easy. So the goal was to take this giraffe with a subsonic round, 400 grain 375 Raptor, and we tried. It's hard to get close. I hit him with one, but it was not a good shot. Shot was okay. When they turn just a little, for a giraffe, it's a lot. It takes one little half step and the whole thing moves 4 feet. And between squeezing the trigger and breaking the shot, that he moved his head and I hit him in the neck. And I didn't take him down because it went through the meat. So the rest of the mag was supersonic, and we got up on him and did the rest. So this is Christiaan. He's one of Johan's PHs. And we came out stalking this giraffe, and I was actually really surprised about their hearing and how, I mean, there was no point where they didn't see us, and we were sneaking through brush, and they knew where we were the whole time.
And
So
they just see you everywhere, over the trees, and yeah, we were lucky. Like on the last time we came here, we got him about 160 yards. Yeah. 160. Jeremy.
He paused for a second, and I tried to get him between the eyes. He was looking a little high, and I kind of hit him in the snoot. He wobbled. He did not like it at all, and he took off. And
I started tracking him as he was running, and Christiaan says, "Is it okay if I shoot?" And I said, "Yes." And we're both standing there, tracking. We both broke our triggers like at the same time and heard whop whop. And he stumbled and he dropped. And this was his first giraffe guide. And I'm actually really happy that he got shots on it. That was a lot when he was moving. That was incredible.
Good job.
That was incredibly fun.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you. We tracked this guy all over God's creation. I mean, when we started, we were down in the light area, down in that valley. I mean, we came all the way up, and they just kept moving, and we tried to circle around. Oh, yeah, there were Cape buffalo down there, which I was not a big fan of that, but they kind of minded their own distance. I forget, Eric, what did you say? The Cape buffalo, they're the black snuggles? It was something like that. There's a nickname in Africa. He was trying.
No, I don't think it's a black.
No, it was something.
Friendly Faces of Africa or something.
It was like the big spoon. The big spoon. You have to be. There's no option for you to be big spoon. They're the big spoon. But holy cow.
Yeah, the Friendly Faces of Africa. Because when you see it, we know you're going to be small.
Looking at a giraffe through the sights, it's a lot. As the animals get bigger, and I've never sighted in an African animal, it's a lot to take in. And my trigger break was good on the head, but I'm trying not to be in my own head, and just concentrating on getting a clean trigger press and being stable. But once he started moving, once he started running, that's a different game. Not thinking about it at all, trying to lead him, and that firing those shots at the same time and hearing two whop whop was amazing. The skin behind the shoulder is like an inch thick. It's incredible. Right as I was breaking the shot, he took one step to the left and he swung while I was breaking the trigger like 4 feet, and it ended up hitting him while he was quartering away. I mean, holy crap. It's unbelievable how quickly these animals move when they take a tiny step. And I was staring at a tiny little target spot, like the tip of one of those shapes, and I was breaking the trigger right when he did it, so I don't think I could have swapped, but I also didn't even realize he was moving it. Only later in the video did I see that he swung away, and it hit him, kind of behind the shoulder, quartering away, so it's going to be up forward. We'll see if it got any vitals. I mean, he turned so far so fast, I think it might just be in the brisket, basically. Well, I said I hit him 4 times. I forgot about this shot. There was a hole right there. And that hole in his rump, I was trying to take an anchoring shot on him. When I hit him in that shoulder, he turned and he ran off. He was galloping away. And I popped a shot off at him. I was aiming. I mean, that's pretty freaking good. I was aiming to hit him in the base of the spine to just anchor him and take his rear legs out. And he was in a full gallop. I just kind of winged a shot offhand and got him right. That is a hole right there. And I thought I did a little stutter, but basically didn't even freaking notice it. Unbelievable. Right. How far up? Show me the knife.
Let's see.
Unreal. That's just a shit. The flatbed was broken. This is a freaking process. Hang on, how do I get in there? There's more giraffe in that truck than I expected. It's not elegant, but it's the solution. All right, back for processing. That's wild.
The skin is that thick. That is insane. I mean, absolutely crazy.
What do you guys think?
This hide is massive.
Take the top front shoulder off and then back.
I can move it, yeah.
Let's put it in the right. Come on.
You sliding through that?
Okay, pick it up.
You want to slide it through that?
No? It's fine like this. Let's pick it up. Pick it up. Put it in your shoulder. Hi, Bo. Hi, Bo. Hi, Bo.
There's too much down there, not enough down here.
Oh, look in the slowly. Yeah. My ear, shoulder, Buddha.
Yeah.
Put in the shoulder. Come on. Pick up. Let's go.
Wow. These are big domestic pigs. Big pigs. That leg is bigger than the pigs. A leg's bigger than your pigs.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I think a lot of it would be better done like raising it like long enough to really get like stewed, like really get soft, or even like sous vide. To get it really soft.
For the record, almost none of this giraffe was thrown out. They ate all of the organs and all of the everything else too. That is like a 25+ pound heart. The arteries are massive. This is one of the neck tendons. It's like a freaking bridge cable. Here's a vertebrae. The bone density was unreal. A couple of the 270 grain soft points that were recovered, and a random jaw. Just the hide, 500 to 600 pounds. It was insane.
Do you sell it? What do you do?
I haven't decided yet. I might donate some. There's a school a little bit further on here, and then I might sell some.
Cheers. That was a day. They started breaking the animal down at 2:40. It is now 2 to 6. It's 5:58 p.m. And oh, that was some lightning out there. Yeah, you can see rain on the horizon. Man, I gotta tell you, this is a beautiful place. The scenery here is huge. Just these valleys and hills and mountains and valleys that go on forever. I've never seen distances and sights like that before. All right, we got a little bit of giraffe meat loaded up. The owner of the property is keeping some. He's donating a lot. There's a local school and village. Nearly all of it is going to them. But yeah, every quarter of that animal was bigger than a giant domestic hog. I mean, that was insane. God, look at that. That's beautiful. Holy cow. What an insane experience. I've got 13,000 steps, according to my watch. We tracked that giraffe all over to finally get some shots on it. And man, when it was running and Christiaan and I were tracking it and popping shots, that was something else. Holy cow, thank you, Johan, for making that happen. And holy cow, awesome. That was incredible. What are we eating tonight, Steve?
So we've got giraffe, rare, zebra.
Giraffe and zebra. Giraffe and zebra.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Some veggies. Looks like broccoli and cauliflower and peppers, and then we have some mashed potatoes and some
that looks good.
pasta with chicken. We had that for lunch. It was fantastic.
Oh, I was butchering a
you were
giraffe.
busy.
I wasn't actually doing anything. I was just watching. Giraffe and zebra for dinner. That is a first for me.
This is for Johan showing us a good time.
Yeah, great time.
There's-
Thank you.
Xander's struggling too.
Hey y'all, thank you for watching. Quick wrap up at the end here. I wanted to say that the big reason we went to Africa was to use 375 Raptor and show what that cartridge is capable of. And it did absolutely awesome on everything except for the giraffe. And I thought I'd make a couple comments on that here at the end. The thing is, it's not really the cartridge with the giraffe. The cartridge is fully capable of ethically taking a giraffe, but projectile choice is extremely important Giraffe was not on our list. That came up spur of the moment at the end of the trip. And for hunting animals like that, you have to be shooting a solid projectile, like an actual lathe turned piece of brass, a solid piece of brass. What we were shooting was soft point, soft lead core, jacketed bullets, and they were not penetrating on a giraffe like they do on other animals. Now, I've shot a Texas hog, which is a really tough animal, in the bum with one of those rounds, and it went the entire length of the spine of the animal, through a shoulder, and was under the skin on the far side of all the shoulder bone. So it destroyed the spine. It went through 40 inches of hog bone and muscle and stuff. I've never recovered one. Well, that bullet was under the skin. I got that one. But other than that, I've never recovered one of these projectiles. Even those 400 grain subsonic projectiles, those will travel through about the same amount of a wild hog. And I've shot hogs lengthwise with those. I also, in another video that you can see, we shot a very chubby, good-sized zebra with a 400 grain subsonic round, and it went through the left shoulder, penetrated the bones, went through the vitals in the center, both lungs and the heart, went through the far side, the right shoulder, through the bones, and exited. It went through a zebra. And these bullets that go through 40 inches of what I consider to be tough animals were barely penetrating giraffe at all. The density of the muscle in the giraffe is unlike anything else. It's not just that the muscle is thick, although it is. On the shoulder, you've got 10, 12 inches of muscle before you even get to the bone, but that muscle is different. So when we ate it, it's inedible. We ate backstrap and it is inedible. We had to cut it into really tiny pieces, chew it and chew it and chew it until we got bored, and then just swallow it whole. Like nothing happened to it from chewing it. The bone density of this animal is unreal, and the thickness of the hard part of the bone versus the marrow, and the skin, the dermis of the giraffe was an inch and a half thick in some of the places. Not fat, just the skin, and it is hard as cement. I don't think a 9mm FMJ would penetrate the skin. So unreal that a projectile that goes through 40 inches of a Texas hog goes through 9.5 inches of giraffe meat. Shocking. So we were undergunned in the sense that we didn't have the right projectiles. Can 375 Raptor do it? Yes, absolutely, with solids. That's all I have to say about that. Y'all, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the Shooting News Weekly channel, maybe in Africa, next time.